Hello everyone. Hold on, I gotta fix this. It's really more centered. But anyway, hi. I have a book review for right now, and I have a lovely straw in front of my view, so let's move that over there. I have a book review of Lake News by Barbara Delinsky, and I am surprisingly happy to say I am keeping this book. This was a decently very good book. I'm surprised, but I am also very unhappy about it because the romance of this book, I thought this was a romance book because the book I read before called The Stud, but also by her, which I should have a book review of, and if I do, I will have it down there below in the doobly-doo. And it was a romance novel. You could clearly see it was like a romance novel, I think it was a Harlequin novel or something like that. And so I thought, a lot of her books were romance novels, and this is the only one I had of her. I only had 2 books, and this is a big, thick novel, so I figured this would be a really good romance novel, but it's not. The romance really doesn't start till the last third of the book, which is like, where are we? Yeah, like just the beginning, the beginning of the second half of the book to we're gonna roughly about, here. It's just past the halfway point of this book, and I feel like it's just all in the last third of the book. And I was really disappointed about that, because I love reading romance novels, and I was hoping this would have been a good one, because it started out really good. Well, the first chapter, I will say, was really weird, because the first chapter is all about our male protagonist, or our male hero, all about John, and it's really, really weird. I'm sorry to spoil this, but I'm going to tell you, it's just him sitting on a lake in a canoe, watching a bunch of geese, or loons, because they're in the States, they're referred to as loons, and he's just watching them, and all he's doing is that. And it has really nothing to do with anything until literally, let me get to the end of that chapter. These 2 pages, pretty much. The last page and a half. Sorry, I went backwards. Well, forwards, I mean. Yeah. A page, 2 pages, a page and a half, roughly, of the last chapter is when everything.
Wow, you can see my lovely under the skin pimple, and it looks like I have a birthmark, but I don't. It's just, but whatever. I'm noticing. But yeah.
As I said, the book doesn't really officially start hooking you in until the last page and a half to 2 page. 2 full pages, both sides, of the first chapter. And that's where everything starts really getting good. And officially starting in chapter 2. That's when everything, really, really starts. And I was hooked. And I'm saying I'm keeping this book, and I actually really enjoyed it, besides of a romance novel type of thing, is that I love all of the fact-finding stuff. There was a lot of fact-finding stuff, which was really fascinating. And I love that kind of stuff, especially because of certain books, like the antiquity books. I love them. I would officially call them a contemporary mystery. But this is not it didn't feel like a mystery, because there really was no murder, there was no theft and such. It was literally just someone just trying to just put someone in a very bad light because the person hated them, I'm gonna say. And it's just, I love finding out why this person did it and what happened to them to make them like this. And there's other people that you find out facts about that are all hidden and such like that. And it's just a lot of that fact-finding stuff. Part of Lily's history, not specifically her, but you find out about information that, seriously, you had to go digging to find that sort of stuff. And not going to talk to the family, or finding out what school they went to, or what job they do, or if they're the best example I can give you is that basically the fact of where she went shopping. And just example, Lily Blake shops at Bath and Body Works excessively and buys too much of their products and buys there all the time, and basically is hoarding too many candles. So that's my bad example that I can give. But basically they pulled that stuff out of her background. It's that's really important is the fact that she has so many candles that she likes burning and she likes having lovely smells in her house, sort of thing. But they pull, like, it's not that they pull it, but you find out about stuff about her own past and stuff that made her the way she is, and a lot of stuff about her family, which is very intriguing. I love finding out about why this person is the way they is, and oh my god, I can see, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm noticing stuff and I'm very fascinated with it. But as I keep saying and repeating in many different ways, sort of, that I love this fact-finding stuff. I love back history. As I've said before, I love back history and stuff that usually it's only for the authors need to know so that you can write your characters better by knowing what's happened in their past, how maybe something happened to their parents to make them the way their parents are, and their parents act towards the protagonist. So, like, if the protagonist had parents, how the parents reacted to them and how they molded them and stuff like that. I love finding out about that stuff, and that's mainly what I love about this book and why I'm keeping it. And it's not from a romance standpoint because, as I said, the romance doesn't really start, and there's not a whole lot of... I didn't get a lot of romantical feelings. I'm like, oh my god, what? Why is she, like, why, like, when we first meet Lily's mother is a whole different ballgame, and I don't want to get into that. You gotta read it. So you gotta read about Maida. That's her name, Maida. M-A-I-D-A. It's weird, and I think it's pronounced Maida, like, how, like, May and Da, Maida. I don't know, but that's how I'm pronouncing it, and where was my train of thought? I don't know where my train of thought was. Lovely! I don't know where I was going with that. And again, Deadpool. Okay, I found my thought. Okay, as I'm saying, this is a very good book, and I recommend reading it. But not from a romance standpoint, but from a, like, if you love reading mysteries, but this is not a mystery. I would never categorize this as a mystery. This is strictly contemporary. That's all I can say about it. It's an adult contemporary book. It's not anything else. I can't say that because from reading it. It's not a romance, it's not a mystery, but there is sort of like that fact finding about this mystery, like, yeah, just basically the fact finding about it, to like just all this information of like, oh my god, are you serious? That's why they're like this, and that's why that happened, and why, wow, just a lot of that. I love, and I recommend it, especially for people who, as I say, who love reading a mystery, because this is a mystery of like, why would a reporter falsely accuse an unscrupulous reporter? Because this reporter is a very bad reporter. He is the villain. He's a very bad person. But then some information comes to light, and that's all I'm leaving it at that. Crap! I lost my train of thought again. Yeah, I'm leaving it at that because I keep losing my train of thought and I don't know. I can't get words out. And this is all unscripted. Again, all unscripted. I am not reading off of something, and I don't have notes. I don't take notes because literally I just want to read it and I want to get it out and how I feel. And this is pretty much how I feel. It's like, I love the fact finding about this and finding the facts out of like, why a reporter would falsely accuse someone, and maybe there might be there's not always a reason why someone is unscrupulous, but sometimes there is a reason why someone is an unscrupulous person. It's because probably something happened in their past that made them the way they are, and and sometimes the situation is like they just don't let it go and stuff like that. Yeah, and I have no information to say about. That's all from like the Lily Blake kind of side of things. The John Kipling side of things, I don't really have anything to pull from that other than, like, you know, he has his own issues. Yeah. But there's another thing I liked about it is that some of this, like the first good third of the book, maybe the first good third, because let me get to a halfway point. Yeah. At the halfway point, she's already in where the town she lives, and it's called Lake Henry, and apparently it's a very small town. And I like small towns. I like small town atmospheres, and the atmosphere it can give, and like the tightness, like the close knitness of a small town, and the fact that it can be like just, you know, it looks like can look really cute. Like the best example is Stars Hollow. That's the best example I can give of like that, or the uniqueness that I get from Finch, the town of the village of Finch. There we go, from the Nancy Atherton Divinity books. Yeah. So yeah, this is my weird review on it, and yeah. There's another thing I want to say is that I like Lily's character. I relate to her a lot because of like, not how she is a confident woman and can put herself out there, but the fact that she has her own disability, the fact that it does make her a bit shy, and she has like some difficulties. I have some of those too, and I felt like I really related to her, and yeah, I liked that. John, I'm okay with John. I don't have anything really to say about it. It's just that I really like Lily's character. And the reporter, I'm not going to say their name, but they're a good villain to dislike. I'm not saying hate, but they're a good villain to dislike. And Maida is an interesting character to read. She, like, you kind of go back and forth how you feel about her, but it's a good character. And Lily has two younger sisters. One of them, Rose, she's the youngest, and she's already married. She's a handful. And then the middle sister, who is Poppy, and her there's a second book, and that's actually her book, and it's called An Accidental Woman. An Accidental Woman, yeah. And hopefully I have that properly on hold, or, you know, interlibrary loan, because I do want to read that. And there are bits and pieces in here of Poppy's book, and not her book specifically, but sort of like the beginning part of, I believe, her book. I haven't read any blurb about it, and I thought my library had the actual physical book, and I did, you know, I went and, you know, looked at the library and saw, like, I saw it. But once I started getting near to the end of this book, and I wanted to put it on hold, it looked like it disappeared, which was uncool. So now I have to do an interlibrary loan to see if any other libraries have it. So yeah, but that, we start having like a bit of a romance in here. So I'm hoping that An Accidental Woman is more of the actual romance novel that I'm looking for from Barbara.
Sorry, my eyes have like stuff in them.
So yeah, my next book, it would have been this one, but this has 6 books prior to it. It's in a series, so this would have been my next one. And it is Her Scoundrel by Geraldine Dawson. If you weren't able to read it, you probably weren't, so here. Yeah, it's gonna have to wait, and hopefully I can get the other books. I might also have to do interlibrary loan, which kind of sucks, but what can I do? Excuse me. But the next one I'm actually going to read is The Storyteller's Daughter by Cameron Doki. And I love these covers. These covers are so amazing, from this Once Upon a Time series that was done by Simon Pulse. I love these covers, and they actually did a reissue of these, so now you actually see like the head, like sort of like a 3/4, no, not 3/4, yeah, a 2/3, so you get the head and the body and like the top of the legs sort of, but you don't get like full body. But those are okay. I have a few that are like that, but I love these covers. I first found these books, these type of books. I should have other reviews, and the other reviews of these I will have down below. Once I do this book review, I will have those other ones down below as well, once I get this book review up. But I totally love these covers. These are the best covers, and these are also the original covers, and I'm just so happy about it. So lovely. I have never read this book, this specific one. I have read other books by Cameron Doki, I have Beauty Sleep. I read that one a while ago. That was actually my first introduction. One of the first introductions. The first one I read was Snow by Tracy Lynn, and I have that one and I love it. That one is a retelling of Snow White. Oh my god, it was amazingly beautiful. Another one I have is Midnight Pearls. That is a retelling of The Little Mermaid. I can't remember the author of the book, and I'm sorry. And there's the other one is called The Night Dance. That is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Sisters. Oh my god, that was like beautiful. That was where I fell in love with the 12 Dancing Sisters. And it uses a art picture from a children's book, which is so cool. And I found it. It is in my library for later tab that is there. This is it says right here, loaded with intrigue, romance, and history, Doki packs this one with everything a YA reader could ever want in a novel. By a review by KLIATT on Hindenburg 1937. What the fuck? Okay, that makes no sense, but whatever. It's that thing there. So, yeah, but this would be technically a young adult fantasy. Yes, young adult fantasy. Or romance. Part of that too. But yes, there is this one, and this I am actually going to be reading. It is so many stories, so little time, The Storyteller's Daughter. And this, as most of you might be able to already understand, this is the story about 1001 Nights. Well, the basic story is that a king marries numerous times, and every time he wants his wife to tell a story. And basically when she says the end, he basically kills her. And then he comes across, sorry, my nose is going, this woman whom he marries and such like that, and basically tells her, tell me a story. And if it's not good, I'll kill you. If it's something, basically I'll kill you at the end. So basically she tells the story and said, to be continued. And he's like, what? And he said, I'll continue the story tomorrow night. And this goes, and apparently every night she tells him a different story for, I'm guessing, 1001 Nights. And apparently at the end he's like, oh my gosh, I love you, and doesn't kill her, and they live happily ever after. So this is what I'm assuming this is the story of. But it's the storyteller's daughter, so I don't know. I don't know why we call the storyteller's daughter. But I'll find out. And I'm going to read this right now because this is the one I'm going to be reading. I have to wait for the Geraldine one because I have to find out about this book. And then I can find out about those books and all that such. But we're going to get to this. Okay. How do all great stories begin? I took a lot of the library stuff off, but I'm hoping that's what it says. How do all great stories begin? With once upon a time. Once upon a time, there lived a king whose heart was heavy. He had been betrayed by the woman he loved. While the queen's schemes were discovered before she could deprive her husband of his life, her dying curse killed something deep within him, the ability to love and trust. And so he makes a terrible resolution. He will take a bride for one night only. In the morning, she will face a horrible fate. Then he will choose another. So that basically sums up, is basically the whole normal thing. Nothing can change his course until one brave woman steps forward. Shahrazad, the storyteller's daughter, and I'm totally butchering that. It is spelled Shahrazad. Shahrazad? If you know how to pronounce that, please put in the pronunciation down there so that I will eventually be reading this again. I would love to be able to pronounce it in my head properly when I'm reading it. So, yes. Steeped in the ancient arch of her mother's people, Shahrazad embarks upon a perilous course. With words alone, she will seek to restore the king's heart. As she tells her tales, a bond forms between them that neither can deny. But will it be strong enough to hold them together when unexpected danger erupts? Well, that's lovely. I can't wait to find that out. Yes, so this is actually the official first book in the whole Once Upon a Time list because there's the next one. And usually it ends up having a table of contents, which is pretty cool. I love it. Cameron Doki is the author of more than 20 novels for young people, which is really just another way of saying she keeps losing count. Other books from Simon & Schuster include Hindenburg, 1937. Oh, okay, so that's from a book that she wrote. Washington Avalanche, 1910, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Here Be Monsters, and Angel, the Summoned. She wants you to go out and buy them right now. I have something here. Once Upon a Time is timely once again, as fresh, quirky heroines breathe life into classic and much-loved characters. Renowned heroines master newfound destinies, uncovering a unique and original happily ever after. Historical romance and magic unite in modern retellings of well-loved tales. Here are the first three. Let's see, there's Snow. I love Snow. And I have the bonus thing there, which I will read to you. Can you see me now? Not as I am, but as I was. A young woman of 17 years, straight and slim, my hair and eyes as black as the ebony wood chest that was the only possession my mother brought with her when she married my father. My skin, the color of rich, sweet honey. I said reach, and basically I was putting together rich and sweet, like, oh my gosh. Are you ready to hear my greatest secret? The one that I have never spoken? You know only a small part of my story. What am I about to relate has never been told. How can this be, you ask? All have heard of a storyteller, so gifted with words that she told tales for 1,001 nights running. With her gift, her voice alone, she saved her own life and that of countless others. Through the years, this story has been handed down, with never a hint at anything left out. How then can what I claim to be true? Listen now. Listen truly. Fall under my storyteller's spell. Okay, is that even a part of the book? Because that seemed to be like, hey, author. Hey, hey, no, reader. Not author, reader. Why did I get that mixed up? But anyway, it's like she was basically talking to the reader. It's like, oh my god, what? What? Well, that was kind of cool. Wait, wait. Aha! It's part of the prologue! And it basically is her talking to the reader, to me. So, this is going to be a fun book. I love these books. I remember some of the books are not always that fun. This was the thing that I just read was very intriguing. I loved it. Most of the ones that I have read, I love, and I have loved them. Beauty and the Beast, the one, well, it's just basically called Belle, and I have that in hardcover. And I do already have a review on that, which I'll leave below, as I said I would. It's already in my black bookcase, small black bookcase over there, because my bigger ones are over there with all of the ones that I still have yet to read. Lovely. So yes, it was good and okay, and I just wish certain parts were more like, pulling from the Disney one, because I really, really liked inanimate objects talking to them and being like, the servants were actually transformed into them and like all that such. I love that. So yes, so far the Cameron Doki ones I have loved. I have a lot of Cameron Doki. I have a lot. As you can see, all of that is Cameron Doki except for the bottom one. The bottom one is How Not to Spend Your Senior Year. All of the ones on top are the fantasy Once Upon a Time things. And she's written so much more. I wonder if I have other ones by Cameron Doki, because I'm pretty sure I do. I can't really say that right now, but hopefully, like, when I do that book review, I will find out if there are. When I do this video and edit it and then have it down below, hopefully I'll remember by the time I do edit this video. I probably won't, because I still have a shit ton to edit before I even get to this one. I will do it before I do my book review video of this, and I will find out if I read any Cameron Doki books. I'm pretty sure Belle was a Cameron Doki, but I will find out if I have read any other ones that I did not like by her. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you liked this weird little review and my enthusiasm about the Once Upon a Time retelling book. retelling books. And if you did, you can hit that like button over there, and you can leave comments down below if you have what Barbara Delinsky books you have read, and maybe inform me of like a few that are actual like romance novels, like romance novels, because I love reading romance. And I want to know if she actually has some romance novels, like big thick ones like this, because that would be nice. Also, if you have read any of these, let me know in the comments below and tell me which ones were your favorites, as I've said, the ones that I just said, like Snow, Midnight Pearl, Night Dance were my absolute favorite. Well, Snow and Night Dance were my absolute favorites. Midnight Pearl is like my third. Yeah. Well, actually my second, because Snow and Night Dance are they're tied for number 1. So if you have read any of these, and it doesn't matter if you have like this cover or the reissued cover, like if you have any of these ones, let me know down below which ones you liked. You don't have to tell me the ones you didn't like, because, well, whatever. I just want to know which ones you like, because maybe we like some of the same ones. You know. So yeah, and just don't be negative, because we do not need negativity in the world. You know, we do not need it. You know, just don't be negative, don't be nasty, don't be a big bully, because we do not need it. Right? We don't. And now my face is getting really dark. So yeah, I maybe should get going, because I need to finish up Pokemon. And, you know, the beginning and ending sort of credit things, I get to read this. So yes, I want to get going. And I gotta get this pile set, because I promised I'd do something with this. So yeah. I hope you liked it. And again, leave comments down below if you did. If it's the first time you're watching my video, please hit that big red subscribe button. Please hit that big red subscribe button down there by my picture for more book reviews, hauls, unboxing, unbagging, because something's come in a bubble wrap manila envelope or a plastic bag wrapped thingy, vlogmas, random vlogs, and random videos that I have no idea what to categorize. Alright, I gotta get going, because I kind of want a little bit of a snack now. And I should fold up some laundry. And I want to watching more Pokemon, and I want to do some stuff. I'm excited to do some of this book stuff. Very excited. So yeah. Also, the snow factor. I think it stopped snowing. I think it stopped. Did it stop? No. It's just gotten very, very small. They're very small flakes. They're very, very tiny. But it's still snowing, so it's probably lightening up. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But the flakes it's very small. I maybe stopped tomorrow. And I'm getting a little more. I glued Deadpool. Deadpool is glued. He's curing. Because I had to hold his gun on him for 30 seconds. I pushed it for 40. And then it said a full cure to be left for 24 hours, which would be just before dinner time tomorrow. Like 5 o'clock. No, not 5 o'clock. Would be like more like 2 o'clock, roughly. Yeah, about that. And it's a little more cleaner. Like I have a section over there beside my chair. It's getting so much better. And it's getting better. It is. It's getting much better. I still need more bubble wrap, because there's some stuff up there that I want to wrap up and put away, because I don't need that out. Yeah. And, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and, yeah. Maybe I should have brightened it. You know, maybe I should have, because then I wouldn't have been such a dark face, because I just changed exposure and I'm so much brighter now. But anyway, this video is done, and I will see you in my next one. Hopefully it won't be for a while. Bye, everyone.